So it's Sunday, April the 7th, the day before the apocalypse, also known as the solar eclipse. And we're out here doing a little bit of laid-back squatching, just waiting for the sun to go down in one of our most favorited areas. There goes Charlie. He's trying to find a way to get across the creek because either side of the creek, there's not really the best example right here, but there's some really good sandbanks that we like looking for tracks in. So we never really disclose this area. It is one of our research areas. Tons and tons of activity out here. It is in Powell County, which is a good indication of the location. Very hilly ridges on either side. Beautiful creek running through here. Lots of vegetation and wildlife. And also Bigfoot. So let's keep our fingers crossed and hopefully we'll get some activity or maybe come across some evidence today. Hit and miss as always, but we keep going. Gorgeous flowers. I think they're bluebells. They're very pretty. Oh, here's a good example of a sandbank. Now, we had lots of rain in the last few days. There's that giant footprint again, dog print. There it is. Huge. Oh no! Poor little guy. Looks like the ants have already found their next meal. Circle of life. But let's see what we got going on this sandbank. Not much. Looks like there's been some quite a bit of human activity out here, which is totally understandable. It's a beautiful day. You found a way? Oh, you took your shoes off. Was it worth it? I might sit this one out. Did Whiskey do it though? How did you get across there? What? How did she get across? What? This time of year is just perfect. It's so beautiful with all the greenery springing to life. Oh, and the crystal clear water, it's just amazing. But usually you can see the odd fish swimming around, but I don't see any right now. Check out the ridge lines. We're completely surrounded by them. But despite the greenery coming in, everything coming back to life, the trees are still relatively bare. Not even sure you'd be able to hear that. It's Charlie with a makeshift bat or stick, trying to do some wood knocks out there. Some rhododendrons. Perfect cover for a lurking Bigfoot. Here comes my little baby. Here she comes. Oh, she found a stick. Of course, she found a stick. You got a stick, baby. It's Charlie doing a little bit of filming out there. So imagine if he was wearing dark brown and standing so still, you'd have no clue whatsoever he was there. He's literally just across the creek and he's a nice microdot.
Let's try some tree knocks.
Alright.
But we gotta find a tree with a thin bark. Thin bark works the best. It's nice and loud.
Okay.
So here's one. I like to do 3 knocks. 3 knocks has been very successful. Getting a return knock, usually 1, sometimes 3 back. I don't know what it means, but it works really well.
Sometimes with a knock and a whoop.
A knock and a whoop works good too. So usually it's like a whoop, a knock, whoop, knock, or 3 knocks. So I'm gonna try 3 knocks now.
All right, let's go.
Try a whoop and a knock. So usually it's a whoop and then the knock right away. So let's try that. Whoop! I'm gonna do it again. A whoop again, whoop and knock. All right, one more time. One more.
All right.
One more whoop and knock.
Okay, ready. It's pretty quiet.
Yeah. But you know, when you go out and do this, you just randomly just try combinations of whoops and knocks, multiple knocks, and then you go about your business, you know, eat, hike, laugh, you know, just enjoy your day, and then try a couple more knocks and whoops.
Right.
You don't got to do them all the time. Just space them out and do them.
And it's rare to get anything back, which makes it all the more spectacular when something does come back.
Exactly. But don't give up on it. You know, try a couple, maybe wait an hour later and try some more.
All right. Nothing this time. Okay, Charlie, so since we're out here in one of your best Bigfoot research areas, I'm not going to say it. Oh.
She hears something.
What is it, Whiskey?
Already she hears something.
What is it? What is it? Is it
What do you hear?
Bigfoot? Is it Bigfoot?
This is why we bring our dog, because our dog, as most dogs do, they have great sense of hearing and smell. So they'll detect something before we will. I know a lot of people don't bring their dogs because Bigfoots don't like dogs. Bigfoots have been known to kill dogs, but we keep our dog close, and hopefully nobody's going to hurt her. But she's great for sensing something approaching.
She does alert a lot. She's a clever little girl. Your mummy's little puppy dog. She don't care.
Well, anyway, we're in one of our research areas where there's a long history of sightings, rock throwing incidents. So unrelated people, years apart, have claimed to have rocks thrown at them, large rocks, in this area. And that's significant because, you know, we all kind of speculate that that's territorial behavior, and the reason why they're throwing these large rocks is to get people to leave. So to have that happen over years means they live out here, they're not passing through, and sometimes we get too close and they throw rocks and people leave. But
So over the last, because I know of several just in the last 3 years, because we also live close to this area, so in the last 3 years since we've moved out here, I know of at least 3, and I know your head is full of encounter reports. So how many roughly do you think reports do we have of rock throwing in this area?
Three significant ones from credible witnesses
On record.
And then we've got tree knock, rock clacks, like, when I took you out here, Lindsay, the very first time, you did 3 rock clacks, and we got a return knock from the ridge, clear as day.
Right. And isn't there another encounter in the pipe?
Yes, we're working on a new encounter.
From this area?
From this area. We're meeting the witness next week.
Hopefully.
And they're the ones that had one rock throwing incident, and the husband had a sighting nearby as well. So the main reason they contacted us was because of the sighting. And then just so happens the wife mentioned one time they were hiking and some small rocks come flying through, and then a large rock, and they decided to leave because of the large rock. But it's an active area. Multiple eyewitness reports, campers camping here on the river have been scared off. And then we've had sightings as well.
So of the other encounters, I think I remember one where a guy was in his tent and what we think was a Bigfoot came running down the side of the hill.
Yeah, he was in a van.
Not too far from here.
Yeah, not far from here. He come up to me at Crypticon, and he didn't know anything about this area or the research, and he just said I was camping in my van by myself, and then he proceeded to tell me the area, and I knew the area very well. He said it sounded like a bulldozer coming off the ridge, breaking branches, massive. And then when he got down to the road, which was a dirt road, he heard the heavy footfalls, thump, 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 thump. And it went right by his van. And he said it was massive. I mean, he could tell by the sound of it. Bipedal. And then it went up the ridge on the other side. And that's all he had to say. But when he told me the area, I go, oh, that makes sense. So, trying to think of other ones that happen to be out here.
Wasn't the one where the guy was backcountry camping with a friend and they got their dogs with them?
Yeah, that was here.
Yeah.
There's 3 of them. It's on our YouTube channel.
Right.
And
he had a terrifying experience.
Yeah, they got surrounded. They think by 3 of them come up pretty close.
But his interview was awesome.
Well, the thing they heard too were these loud vocalizations that didn't sound like a coyote or bobcat or fox or any known animal. And those were experienced hikers, and one guy was a naturalist too. So they knew this thing, whatever it was. And when it came close, the other weird thing that they mentioned, they heard like a witch's cackle. And I've been out here with a group of people on a expedition, a small, investigation, if you will. And we all heard this like a woman scream.
Right.
And when we split up and we let the husband and wife go ahead, and it was Jim Wilcox and myself, and we're like, we thought the lady screamed. So we said we better get up there quick. So we got up there really quick, and they're excited. They're like, did you hear that? I said, yeah, we thought it was you. And she goes, no, it wasn't me. Something ran up this ridge. It sounded like a woman screaming. And it had a human tone. I've heard bobcat, I've heard fox.
So they heard footsteps?
Not necessarily. They mostly heard the screaming, the scream that we heard, and it sounded human-like. It had a human-like tone to it.
See, the skeptic in me, the first thing that comes to mind when I hear about screaming in the woods is screech owls or shriek owls, which are in Kentucky. A friend of mine actually sent me a recording on her property where they had one pass through not too far from here, and it sounds absolutely terrifying. It's just a shriek, scream. I don't know if it's the barn owl.
A barred owl.
Barred owl. No, it's not the barred owl.
Like monkeys.
Yeah, it's not that one. But I guess you'd have to hear it.
What you have to do is record it if you can, then compare it to other known wildlife, and you rule out everything else, and then say maybe it was a Bigfoot. You can never say for certain.
Yeah.
It's exciting though when stuff happens you can't explain. It's exciting.
Yeah. All right. Any other activity down here? Comes to mind.
We had something weird happen.
Oh, we did. We did.
This is
right. This wasn't last winter. This was the winter before.
It was winter time, like a Friday night. We're bored, so we decided to get DQ blizzards and blankets.
We're crazy like that.
Jump in the truck, drove down here. We're the only ones out here.
Late too.
Late at night, we backed up to the gate, deep in the woods. We got our blankets on. We laid the seats back. We're eating our blizzards. It's quiet. We cracked the windows a little bit so we could listen. And we're just about to fall asleep.
Actually, I was falling asleep. I got my seat back.
Yeah, your seat's way back.
Way back.
You're in the passenger seat. And it sounded like somebody tried to open the back door to the truck. Mm-hmm. Like they grabbed the handle and let go of the handle. And it woke us up and startled us. And we're like, what in the world? And I'm never one to get overexcited or jump out and confront anything. I kind of just sat there. And I thought, well, maybe it's the ice cracking on the truck, But there was no ice on the truck. And we didn't hear anything, so eventually I get out and I walk around the truck, and it's a gravel road, and there's no place to find a track or anything. I couldn't see any handprints, but there was no ice on the truck. It sounded like something grabbed that handle, let go of it. The other thing that happened is right after that, if you remember, Whiskey was in the front seat. Not long after that, she started growling, looking out your window up that ridge, because there's a steep ridge right next to us. And she started growling at something.
Yeah.
But we never heard anything walk up. We never heard anything walk away.
Yeah, that was creepy, to say the least. Because my head was right by that back door handle with my seat being completely back. I heard it totally sounded like somebody tried to pull open that back door. Yeah.
What? And it wasn't the locks in the vehicle, like you hit your power locks and they all lock or they all unlock. It was not that. It only came from that back door, and it was the handle. It wasn't the lock. It was the handle, like something grabbed it, let go of it. So
it's creepy.
That was very weird.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully this evening we'll get something. We'll try some knocks in a bit.
Yeah. If the puppy can stand it. She's a little chilly from the water. Whiskey, are you cold?
It's cold.
No, Mummy. All right. Thanks, Charlie.
right, I hear something. There's something coming up. Do you hear it, Whiskey? What is it? What is it? I hear something. What is it? Something's coming. Oh. Uh-oh, there it is. What in the world? Oops. There she is. It's the lovely Lyndsey. Oh, it's the mama. There she goes. Good acting. That was good. You didn't look at the camera. That was really good.